Yeah, man. So we back in the club with our bodies rocking from side to side, side to side. Thank God the week is done. I feel like a zombie gone back to life, back to life. Hands up, yeah, suddenly we all got our hands up. No control of my body. Ain't I seen you before? I think I remember those eyes. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. So dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Keep down and drinks like there's no tomorrow. That's just right now. Gonna set the roof on fire. Gonna burn this mother down. Hands up. When the music drops, we both put our hands up. Put your hands on my body. Swear I've seen you before. I think I remember those eyes. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. So dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again.
Don't lie. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Get it, baby, hope you catch that like T.O. That's how we roll. My life is a movie and you just TiVo. Mommy got me twisted like a dreadlock. She don't wrestle, but I got her in a headlock. Never do make a bedrock. Mommy on fire, red hot. Bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Worldwide as I step in the room. I'm a hustler, baby, but that you knew. And tonight is just me and you,
Baby
darling.
tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again.
Let's take over
Yeah,
the world.
baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love. Let go, falling in love. So dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, somebody get DJ got us falling in love again. So dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah. Thank you, DJ.
With every generation, we learn more about our environment, and we get better at protecting it. That's how it works at Mosaic, too. We help farmers grow more food on less land while learning new ways to restore wildlife habitat, recycle water, and generate clean energy, so that every generation does even better than the one before. Mosaic.
With a Kodak, or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my life from negative to positive, I just want y'all to know that. And tonight, let's enjoy life. Pitbull, Naya, Neo, that's right.
I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
What they say, oh, what cares they play? Nothing.
Everybody,
want to party, come on and move your body. Come on and move your body. Your body and your soul. So you can hear the DJ. He takes you in control. So step into this beat now. That beat that makes you move. The movement gives you power. The power to the groove. Baby, I want to party. Come on right to the dance floor. I wanna swing the day on and everybody's moving. So come on, people moving. So if you want to party, come on and move your body. Come on and move your body.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet God bless America, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home
They say life is a journey, right? There'll be days when you need to fight, but the struggles help you see the light, see the light. The sun will set, so watch it fade. No two will ever be the same. Don't close your eyes, don't look away, 'cause it's supposed to feel this way. Tonight, today will disappear, and forever is a river that'll wash away There's one day left to go. Every road you take is open wide. There'll be valleys, there'll be mountains high. Either way, you know that you'll be fine. You'll be fine. The sun will set, so watch it fade. No two will ever be the same. Don't close your eyes, don't look away, 'cause it's supposed to feel this way. Tonight, today will disappear, and forever is a river that'll wash away the years. So try to take each moment slow. Just remember that we really know. One day left to go.
Florida FFA members and guests, please welcome your 2023-2024 Florida FFA State Officer Team!
Everybody put your hands up.
Your Area 1 State Vice President from the JFFA chapter, Makenleigh Your Area 2 State Vice President from the Chiefland FFA chapter, Hunter Sharp. Your Area 3 State Vice President from the DeLand FFA chapter, Mackenzie Cunningham. Your Area 4 State Vice President from the Bartow FFA chapter, Emma Sell. Your Area 5 State Vice President from the Strawberry Crest FFA chapter, Spencer Baylor. Your State Secretary from the Okeechobee Brahmin FFA chapter, Jenna Larson. And your 2023-2024 State President from the Bellevue FFA chapter, Kayelee.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the 7th general session of the 96th Florida FFA State Convention and Expo. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations? I I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The parliamentarian.
Stationed by the eagle.
Your duties there.
The eagle is a symbol of freedom and guards the doors of justice. Those who pass through the doors of justice are guaranteed the rights and privileges of a democracy. Just as the eagle offers us a democratic way of life, so I strive to guarantee the rights of all to be heard and to reach a democratic verdict on all items of business. I hope to maintain orderly meetings, the correct parliamentary procedure wherever FFA members meet and business is transacted.
The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor. Here by the owl. Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. This secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that at this, the 7th General Session of the 96th Florida FFA State Convention and Expo, there are 5,507 members and guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this 7th General Session of the 96th Florida FFA State Convention and Expo duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented.
Your Session 7 chairs are the two most musically inclined on our officer team. Whether it's being an avid Taylor Swift fan or producing their own music, these two both have it down. While they share some similarities, their differences can be seen in many ways. One will sacrifice her sleep in order to have her hair and makeup done in the morning, while the other will definitely be in bed by 8 p.m. One is an avid beekeeper, while the other is deathly afraid of insects. Regardless of their differences, these two share one of the strongest faiths on our officer team. Get ready to listen to some jams, sit back, make some s'mores, and enjoy Camp FFA. Florida FFA, your Session 7 chairs, your Area 1 State Vice President, Ms. Makenleigh Bledsoe, and your State President, Ms. Kayelee Ersman.
Summer camp. Don't you just love this heat and the stars and the sunburn?
Oh yes, it can't get much better than this.
Summer camp.
Not a care in the world, just us and the campfire.
Oh, wait a minute, Kayelee.
What?
We can't just sit here around the campfire alone, remember?
Oh, that's right. Tonight we're hosting Camp Florida FFA.
I mean, just look at this awesome crowd of campers.
How exciting. Hello, campers. We are your camp counselors, and we are so stoked to dive into all things FFA leadership while sitting around the campfire over this next session.
After a long year of competitive events, these students definitely deserve some relaxation around the campfire. During this 7th General Session, sponsored by the Mosaic Company, we will recognize our national winners, meet the winners of the Agriscience Fair contest in both the individual and team leadership development events. And we will also hear the uplifting and inspiring words of your State Secretary, Jenna Larson, as she delivers her retiring address. Florida FFA, grab a blanket, some bug spray, and get ready to sit back and enjoy the campfire as we kick off the 7th General Session of the 96th Florida FFA State Convention and Expo.
I keep giving you the fire. I'm gonna heat it up under my control. Here's the night that you've been waiting on. Fire. I'm gonna light it up. Gotta make it hot.
Makenleigh, what are you doing, and why is that candle lit?
Well, I brought us a little sweet treat.
Okay.
Do you want a s'more?
S'more of what?
No, do you want a s'more?
I haven't had anything yet, so how am I supposed to have more of something?
You're killing me, Kayelee. These are s'mores, and they are my favorite thing to make while camping.
Okay.
Pay attention closely. First, you take the graham.
Okay.
Then you stick the chocolate on the graham.
Okay.
And then you roast the mallow.
Wait, this isn't even a real flame. Just go with it.
Okay. When the mallow is flaming, you stick it on the chocolate.
All right.
And then we get the other end and cover it. Then, this is the best part. We scuff it.
Okay. Ooh, yummy. This is so good and the perfect sweet treat to kick off this session.
S'mores have come to symbolize something more than just a sweet treat. A tradition that my family has is to make s'mores around the fire on our camping trips. To me, they are a symbol of togetherness, friendship, and supportiveness.
That is really meaningful. Just like s'mores are symbolic of support and togetherness, we are thankful for the sponsors who continually join us and support our association. Here to bring remarks on behalf of our 7th General Session sponsor, the Mosaic Company, Florida FFA members and guests, please help me welcome to the stage, Mrs. Morgan Odom.
I keep giving you the fire. I'm gonna heat it up under my control. Here's the night that you've been waiting on.
Good afternoon. I'm Morgan Odom, Public Affairs Manager for the Mosaic Company. Mosaic is the world's leading integrated producer of phosphate and potash fertilizer. Today, more than half of the phosphate used by farmers here in the United States is produced right here in Florida. Mosaic is a proud, long-standing partner and supporter of the FFA, 4-H, and youth in agriculture. We are honored to support such an amazing group of young agriculturalists. During my time in the Blue Jacket, I oftentimes heard the phrases next generation and future agriculturalist, and I didn't quite understand the magnitude of those phrases until after I retired my jacket. Looking back, I now realize the skills that you're acquiring, the relationships that you are building, and the hands-on experiences you are given through the FFA are preparing you for success in any career path you choose. On behalf of everyone at Mosaic, I just want you to know that we are so proud of each and every one of you. We are excited to cheer you on this week as we celebrate a year full of accomplishments. The future of agriculture is bright because of the folks right here in this room. Thank you.
Ms. Odom, on behalf of every member here tonight, thank you and the Mosaic Company for your support. This session would not be possible without your unwavering and gracious support. Please accept this as a token of our appreciation. Florida FFA, please join me again in thanking the Mosaic Company.
Under my control is the night that you've been waiting on. I'm gonna light it up, gotta make it hot. The stage is when we set it up.
Okay, Kayelee, we are all ready to go catch some record-setting bass. Where's your pole? I told you we were going fishing while we were at the camp. Come on, I trusted you to pack it.
What do you mean? It's literally right here.
Girl.
What?
If a fish even swims past the hook fast enough, that pole is going to snap. I mean, I'm no national bass fishing champion, but that pole is not going to work.
You know, speaking of national bass fishing champions, I think it's pretty cool how fishermen from all over come together to compete against each other, and the best fisherman is named the champion.
And they also get the satisfaction of knowing that their skills have been tested and proven on a national stage. However, Florida FFA has our very own national winners.
Really? I didn't know we had a fishing team.
Oh, Kayelee. This next group of individuals that we are about to meet competed at the 2023 National FFA Convention and were named national winners. Please help me in welcoming our 2023 national winners to the stage.
Your national champion Dairy Cattle Evaluation Career Development Event Team. Team members include Jenna Larson, Lily Larson, Luke Larson, and Sophia Caves. Your national champion Food Science and Technology Career Development Event Team is the West Orange FFA chapter. Team members include Kaylee Henderson, Kate Solomon, Marissa Romo, and Sarah Lewis. In the Agricultural Communications Career Development Event, your national high individual, Reagan Robinson from the Lake Butler FFA chapter. Your national winner in the Agricultural Sales Proficiency Award, Hunter Sharp of the Chiefland FFA chapter. Your national champion in the Agriscience Fair Animal Systems Division 5 is Jenna Larson of the Okeechobee Brahmin FFA chapter. Your national champion in the Agriscience Fair Plant Systems Division 1, Caroline Cornell of the Hardy Middle FFA chapter. Your national champion in the Agriscience Fair Social Systems Division 4, Reagan Hancock and Avery Lewis of the Williston Junior FFA chapter. Your National Outstanding Alumni chapter is the Northview FFA alumni. Join me in once again congratulating our 2023 national winners.
So, I grew up watching Alvin and the Chipmunks. Ever heard of it?
Oh, yes.
Well, good, because next up on our camp schedule is recognizing our Agriscience Fair winners. And thinking about the projects these students complete kind of reminds me of two things. One, our summer camp, and two, an Alvin and the Chipmunks movie scene.
How could those two things possibly be related?
Okay, hear me out. During the Alvin and the Chipmunks Shipwrecked movie, they get stranded on a deserted island. In an attempt to make fire and stay warm, Simon brings in his scientific knowledge. Check it out.
I will create a spark by striking this rock with my Swiss Army knife, which Dave took from me. I suppose you have a better idea, smart guy. As a matter of fact, I do, smart guy. As you can see, the lens concentrates the energy of the sun, thus creating fire. Wow, impressive. Thanks. Thank you.
I see. It does seem like Simon has the brains on doing an Ag Science Fair project on building a campfire.
Exactly. Agriscience Fair projects allow FFA members who are interested in the science and technology of agriculture to compete in different fair categories by conducting an experiment and completing a research report. Let's meet the analytical minds of Florida FFA, our 2024 Agriscience Fair winners.
In Division 1, our first place winners are Brayden Pruitt, Bellevue Middle. Caroline Cornell, Hardy Middle. Amari Prieto, Hardy Middle. Sophia Gagliano, Hale Middle. Samantha Summersdorf, South Sumter Middle. Allison Reagan, Gray Middle. And the overall Division 1 winner is Caroline Cornell of the Hardy Middle FFA chapter. In Division 2, our first place teams are Lila Bishop and Lexi Bishop, Okeechobee Osceola Middle. Evan Yargis and Kenneth Thompson, Academy at the Farm Middle. Lillian Hines and Isabella Rogenkamp, Academy at the Farm Middle. The overall Division 2 winners are Lila Bishop and Lexi Bishop of the Okeechobee Osceola chapter. In Division 3, our first place winners are Jade Hoffman, Trenton. Meredith Reiser, Sebring. Maggie Mosley, Clay. Brady Williamson, Okeechobee Brahmin. Ella Nail, South Lake. And the overall Division III winner is Brady Williamson of the Okeechobee Brahmin FFA chapter. In Division 4, our first place winners are Joshua Larson and Sophia Caves, Okeechobee Brahmin. Adeline Goodwin and Malia Sabatini, DeLand. Abigail Brickley and Kyra Burton, Fort Pierce Westwood. Carson Meeks and Antaeus Vlacos, Bronson. Reagan Hancock and Avery Lewis, Williston. And the overall Division 4 winners are Joshua Larson and Sophia Caves of the Okeechobee Brahmin FFA chapter. In Division 5, our first place winners are Rebecca Holcomb, North Marion. Alinza McBride, South Sumter. Reese Richards, Avon Park. Isabel Jenkins, Florida Virtual. Emma Bogue, South Sumter. And the overall Division 5 winner is Alinza McBride of the South Sumter FFA chapter. In Division 6, our first place winners are Kyla Wright and JD Driggers, Dixie FFA. Elizabeth Rufo and Jaden Weil, Fort Pierce Westwood FFA. Kendall Lambert and Elena Lemire, Avon Park FFA. And the overall Division 6 winners are Kyla Wright and JD Driggers of the Dixie FFA chapter. Thank you to the Agriculture Education, Communication, and Research Pathway sponsors for making these awards possible. Congratulations to all of our first place participants, and good luck as you advance to the National Agriscience Fair.
I think it's pretty safe to say that summer camp is not for the weak. I mean, come on, between the cockroaches, no AC, and outdoor games, not all campers, well, enjoy it. Being a Florida FFA camper takes a lot of grit. Our state association is fortunate to have some pretty exceptional students who are beyond capable of putting in the hard work and dedication that it takes to be successful in their leadership development events. Over this past year, these students have worked hard at these contests, and tonight we get to meet the state winners of our leadership development events.
You know, Kayelee, I've always thought the idea of Boy and Girl Scouts is really cool.
Oh, me too.
Between the badges, the traditions, the salutes,
and the cookies. When I think of Girl Scouts, I think of Samoas.
Well, sure. Anyways, my favorite thing about Boy and Girl Scouts are the pledges that Scouts have to remember and recite. These pledges uphold the history and tradition behind Boy and Girl Scouts. Similarly to our organization, these pledges remind me of one of FFA's longest traditions, the FFA Creed.
In the Creed-speaking LDE, students between 7th and 9th grade recite the FFA Creed and answer questions regarding its impact and history. Needless to say, these FFA members are sure to gain a camp badge from competing in this contest.
Let's meet the finalists of the 2024 Creed-speaking LDE.
Those placing in the top 4 in the Creed-speaking LDE are: in 4th place, Adeline Goodwin, DeLand. In 3rd place, Peyton Andrews, Williston Middle. In 2nd place, Lena Ben, JF St. Martin. And your state champion Creed speaker is Kendall Brandon of the Lake Butler FFA chapter.
Y'all are gonna exit on this side of the stage. Creo en el futuro de la agricultura. I believe in the future of agriculture, and so do the members who competed in our state's first ever Spanish Creed speaking LDE Invitational this year. Modeled after the traditional Creed speaking LDE, this event is open to students who speak Spanish fluently and are in grades 7th through 9th. This event took place in 2 rounds earlier this week, with the top 4 placings announced after the final round.
Let's welcome to the stage the top 4 participants in the Spanish Creed-speaking LDE Invitational.
Those placing in the top 4 in the Spanish Creed-speaking Invitational LDE are: in 4th place, Alianne Morales Ramirez, Brantford Middle. In 3rd place, Narimar Miranda, Williston Middle. In 2nd place, Camila Rodriguez Maris, Redland Middle. And your state champion Spanish Creed speaker is Fabiana Jimenez Amnesty of the Orlando Colonial FFA chapter.
What you doing?
It's time for a scary story.
Okay. I don't really know how I feel about a scary story. I'd really rather not embarrass myself in front of all these people.
Oh, that's true. Remember that one time when our team was together and Emma told you that scary story
Okay.
and you...
That's enough. I cannot have those nightmares again.
Well, you know, Kayelee, you want to know something I love doing while sitting around the campfire?
What? Telling stories with that creepy flashlight?
Well, yeah, that too. But no, I was actually going to say I love the storytelling and conversation amongst friends. I love sitting around the campfire and reminiscing on past times and speculating the future.
So, what do you say we reminisce on our favorite memories from this past year? You start.
I would have to say that time that me and Emma went to get Spencer a key lime pie because he had been craving one the whole week of the Colt conference. And we tricked Spencer into thinking we threw it out the window, and that's probably the maddest I've ever seen him before.
One of my favorite memories was when us girls dressed up as astronauts for middle school conference. I mean, just look at these NASA suits. We had so much fun going to the moon.
You know, all of this talk of storytelling and conversation makes it the perfect time to meet the next individuals. In the Discussion Meet LDE, FFA members partake in a discussion panel on a selected agricultural topic. These students are considered the best and the brightest when it comes to conversation.
All right, let's leave the storytelling up to them. It's time we meet the Discussion Meet finalists.
Those placing in the top 4 in the Discussion Meet Leadership Development event are: in 4th place, Avery Buchanan, Lafayette. In third place, Kylie Edwards, Paxton. In second place, Candace Martin, Bellevue. And your state champion discussion meet winner is Ashlyn Domanovich of the Durant FFA chapter.
Makenleigh, did you know it's pretty common to have to apply for a camp counselor position?
Really? They just gave us this job.
I know, but turns out if you want to be hired as a camp counselor, applicants must demonstrate a combination of leadership skills, enthusiasm for working with students, and a genuine passion for outdoor activities.
Seriously? I thought the only requirement was liking s'mores.
Yeah, me too. But what I find pretty cool is that this next group of students could for sure get hired as camp counselors. In the Employment Skills LDE, students develop real-world skills that prepare them for the workforce by completing a job application, developing a cover letter and resume, participating in a telephone and personal interview, and writing a follow-up letter. So whenever we're ready to retire our camp counselor positions, we have this group ready to take over. With that, let's recognize the finalists in the Employment Skills LDE.
Those placing in the top 4 in the Employment Skills LDE are, in fourth place, JD Driggers, Dixie. In third place, Maggie Mosley, Clay. In second place, Ella Hancock, Lafayette. And your state champion is Hope Storter of the Strawberry Crest FFA chapter.
As camp leaders, I think we are really starting to learn that when you're camping, you have to think on your feet.
Yes, for example, one moment we could just be chilling around the campfire peacefully and we might see a bear. Kayelee and I would be responsible for keeping the campers safe. Or it could start raining at any given moment. We would have to find umbrellas and raincoats for the rest of the campers.
Just like we have to think on our feet as camp counselor, this next group of students are pros at writing and delivering speeches on demand.
In the extemporaneous public speaking LDE, FFA members develop a speech on a randomly selected agricultural topic within a 30-minute time limit and deliver their speech to a panel of judges. Needless to say, their talent is unmatched. Let's meet the finalists of the extemporaneous public speaking LDE.
Those placing in the top 4 in the middle school extemporaneous public speaking leadership development event are, in fourth place, Cooper Hickey, Lake Asbury Middle. In third place, Allison Reagan, Gray Middle. In second place, Abigail Stewart, Tomlin Middle. And your state extemporaneous public speaker is Sophia Gagliano of the Hale Middle FFA chapter. Those placing in the top 4 in the high school extemporaneous public speaking leadership development event are: in 4th place, Emma Pridgeon, South Lake. In 3rd place, Carson Meeks, Bronson. In 2nd place, Cooper Davis, Durant. And your state extemporaneous public speaker is Paige Cruz of the Fort Pierce Westwood FFA chapter.
Notice how bad the mosquitoes are out here?
I mean, I guess, but I put some bug spray on before we came out to the campfire, so they aren't really bothering me that much.
Oh, that's smart. Also, didn't expect the humidity to be this bad. Didn't put in hairspray. My curls are falling. Also, it's getting pretty dark outside, and I was planning on reading my book later. Just feel really unprepared, Makenleigh.
It's okay. Okay. I have some hairspray in my suitcase, and I have a book light that you can borrow. It's okay.
You know, you're always prepared, Makenleigh, but sometimes too prepared. Remember that one time we flew to Iowa?
Oh, yes. You mean the time that I packed so much that the zipper on my suitcase burst open and the airport had to tape it shut?
Yeah, that time. Now listen, it was so embarrassing to walk around the airport with you like that.
Yeah, it was. But luckily this time I only packed the bare essentials and came prepared. However, I do have some friends backstage who never fail to show up and be prepared.
You're right. Students participating in the Prepared Public Speaking LDE are among some of the most prepared people out there. These dedicated individuals have invested numerous hours into their chosen agricultural topics, developing their speeches and committing those speeches to memory, all in the pursuit of becoming the best public speaker in the state. Let's welcome to the stage the finalists of our Prepared Public Speaking LDE.
Those placing in the top 4 in the middle school prepared public speaking leadership development event are: in 4th place, Maddie Fountain of Lakeland Christian Middle. In 3rd place, Taylor Morris, Randall Middle. In 2nd place, Tyler Brock, Lake Asbury Middle. And your state winner for the middle school prepared public speaking leadership development event is Cameron DeSanto of the Hamlin Middle FFA chapter. Those placing in the top 4 in the high school prepared public speaking leadership development event are: in 4th place, Brianna Taylor, Baker County. In 3rd place, Gabby Howell, Durant. In 2nd place, Charlie Wood, George Jenkins. And your state champion for the high school prepared public speaking leadership development event is Riley Locke of the Chiefland FFA chapter.
Listen, what would a night at camp be without a guitar, some good friends, and a catchy song to sing to?
Well, now you're speaking my language.
If you didn't already know this about me, I love Disney Channel original movies, Specifically, one of my favorites, Camp Rock. This movie gives us the ultimate campfire vibes, and the Jonas Brothers give us the perfect song to sing along to.
Come grab your guitar, sit by the fire, 'cause we all need a song. When we're weary and tired, we'll sit here together and sing it out loud. This is our song, that's all that matters, 'cause we all belong right here together. There's nothing better than singing along. This is our summer, and this is our song.
Now that's a good campfire song.
Well, lucky for you, Kayelee, we have our very own performer here tonight to give us a Florida FFA-style campfire song. Please help me in welcoming your Session 7 talent, sponsored by Wish Farms, Landon Crump of the Pine Ridge FFA chapter to perform.
Under my control, here's the night that you've been waiting on. I'm gonna light it up, gotta make it hot. The stage is finally set it up. The king is knowing no one can take his crown. It's so great. They can't cool me off when I hit the stage. Burning hot, the spotlight just spelled my name. I feel famous. The crowd cheers me on, they can't get enough. Dare you to challenge me, you'll be begging for mercy, please. Just watch, I'll give you some. I'm a snowbird from the mill, and I'm a good walk to the river. My working day is over, oh, go swim our cares away. Put your toes down in the water, and a smile across your face, and tell me that you love me, oh, Lady May. Sharpest chisel that your hands have ever held. Darling, I can love you well until the rose caught on high. I've seen my share of troubles, and I've held my weight in shame, and I'm baptized in your name. Lord, the wind can leave you shivering as he watches o'er leaves. It's been rushing through my timber till your love brought on the spring. Now the mountains are a-blushing, and they don't know what to say, except the good long line of praises for my lovely Lady May. I ain't the toughest hickory that your axe has ever felled, but I'm a hickory just as well. I'm a hickory all the same.
crashing through the forest as you cut my roots away. And I fell a good long ways for my love, Lady May.
You all know your state secretary as Jenna, but to me, she has and always will be Nettie, my sister. So I want to tell you about my favorite Nettie memory. I have a lot of good memories with my sister, but to me, the one that stands out the most is when she first brought me out to help her feed the little Dobie calves in our backyard. I was about 4 years old, and she was probably 6. As she fed the calves, I was seeing how many of the little calves she would let me name Batman. When Jenna finished feeding the calves, she tried to show me how to feed the calves, and she asked me if I wanted to go out and try to pet one. But all I really wanted to do was go back inside and watch more Batman. But she finally convinced me to go in the pasture with the calves and see if I could pet one. Jenna is a calf whisperer, so obviously she was petting everyone while I just stood back and kept my distance. She saw that I was nervous, so she helped me get close enough to one of the calves to pet it. At the time, I didn't think much about this, but now I realize that was the moment Jenna inspired me to love cows. It's because of her that I enjoy showing and judging dairy cows, and if it wasn't for her, I might have never realized that kind of encouragement.
The first time Jenna and I ever really hung out, she tried to get rid of me. Well, not actually. The summer before my freshman year of high school, we had a couple days of dairy judging practice at a farm near her grandparents' river house. After a long, hot day of judging cattle, Jenna takes me on a jet ski ride. The wind in our hair and the cool spray of the water was the best cool down after a long day. Towards the end of our ride, Jenna slows the jet ski down. Thinking that we were stopping, I let go from holding on, but she was only briefly slowing down for a boat to pass. Before I even knew what was happening, she brings the jet ski back to what felt like 100 miles per hour. My legs flew straight up into the air, and just as I was about to backflip off of the jet ski, somehow Jenna was able to grab me. We still to this day have no idea how I did not absolutely eat the water. I think this is pretty fitting for this to have been our first time getting to know each other because it's a pretty good example of who Jenna is as a friend to me. I'm always going to have a good belly laugh when I'm with her, and I can always count on her to come to the rescue anytime I might need her. As I admire Jenna's love and hard work for Florida FFA this past year, I can say that I am truly blessed to have a friend as inspiring as her. Don't tell Jenna this, but I'd kind of want to be like her when I grow up. Florida FFA, get ready as my best friend,
My sister,
and your state secretary, Jenna Larson, delivers her retiring address called The Frame.
But I love my life, man, it's something to see. It's the kids and the dogs and you and me. It's the way it's all right. Everything goes wrong. It's the sound of a slow, simple song. Finally saved some money up till I had to fix my truck. Talked to brother the other day. He didn't have too much to say.
In my phone, I have over 8,000 pictures. Some of my teammates have over 20,000. We all have those friends who take pictures of everything. The homework, the latest well-plated meal, or just a trendy .5 flick. Our whole lives can be broadcasted through our phones. But the important pictures, we frame. I love framed pictures. It's a family tradition. In my Gigi and Papa Woody's house, there is a long table in the foyer, filled to its edges with framed pictures. These frames tell the stories of my family history. At Thanksgiving, I came across a frame that reminded me of my first dream job. While most little girls wanted to be a princess, veterinarian, or singer, I wanted to be a paleontologist. Try saying that one 10 times fast. A paleontologist is a scientist who studies the history of life on Earth through fossils. AKA, they play in the dirt most of the time, and I did that anyway. One afternoon at Gigi's house, I decided to channel my inner paleontology calling and look for shark teeth on the long white shell road. While I found lots of compacted cow manure and a few brown sycamore leaves, I couldn't find a single shark tooth. As I got older, I spent less time looking for shark teeth and more time looking for something I couldn't put my finger on. Peace, a word mentioned 429 times in the King James Bible. I knew where to look for it, yet still somehow I couldn't find it in my heart. The thing about peace is that there is no formula or theory to explain it. Finding peace is about reframing your perspective. Peace is a matter of perspective. When I wasn't digging for fossils, I was likely swimming in the pool. Check this out. Yup, that's me, chilling on a floaty, cool as a cucumber. Papa Red's pool was my brother and I's personal oasis. We caught lizards in the garden, retrieved toys from the deep end, and begged our mom to judge our tricks off the diving board. Spoiler, I always won the cannonball splash contest. Before leaving, we would eat some zebra cakes and listen to Papa Red's stories. His collection of props consisted of World War II bayonets and African wildlife hides. He had pretty much seen it all, and I fondly admired the life that he led. As a little girl, I wondered what steps I would have to take to achieve a life like his. As we left, this picture that sat on the kitchen island always caught my attention. The young man who stood in this frame could not have predicted both the success and struggle that he would face, yet he trusted God every step of the way. Papa Red's life taught me that peace doesn't come from knowing all the answers, it comes from knowing God. Peace comes from an understanding that your what-if scenarios are trumped by the even-if scenario that God provides. What if I don't become a state officer? Even if I don't become a state officer, God is still good. What if I don't get accepted into my dream school? Even if I don't get accepted, God still has a plan for me. You can't plan out all your life. You can only live. When you worry about the future, you miss out on the present. So when you begin to view those unanswered questions as a relief instead of a burden, you choose peace. If I got to tell one story for the rest of my life, it would probably be this one. Pictured here is me, my dad, and my first brown Swiss show heifer, Chocolate Chip. This picture frame has sat affectionately in my dad's office for almost 10 years now. While Chip was a superstar in the ring that day, a few months before this picture was taken, she was a poor, sickly calf with droopy ears and a runny nose. But I decided that I was going to take a chance on her. Soon, she became my go-to girl for showmanship and was a crucial part of both the show string and our family. After 5 years of moments like those, it was finally time for Chip to retire and blend in with the rest of the herd. When I went to the farm, I always made a point to go sit and talk with Chip, but I didn't see her quite as often. Fast forward, and Chip is 9 years old now. While taking a stroll through the barn, I noticed her big head and droopy ears as she peacefully chewed her cud. Without hesitation, I did what I had always done. I crawled through the fence and sat beside her in the stall. After 6 months of not seeing one another, she didn't exactly say it, but I could tell that she was happy to see me. Her ears perked up, and she laid her big head on my chest. For about 15 minutes, I caught her up to speed on my life. I told her about the boy I liked and the friends I didn't like. I let her know that no matter how many buckles and banners I won with other cows, she was still my favorite. She seemed to appreciate that sentiment. After lots of pets and scratches, I gave her one last big hug around the neck, just like I had for the past 9 years, and left her to tend to some other chores. 30 minutes later, an employee found me and told me that he too had found Chip, but that he had found her lying dead in her stall, right where I had left her. Bam! I felt like an anvil had just been dropped on my heart. No cause of death, he said. She just died. Teary-eyed, I left the barn and headed toward the office. I sat alone and cried for a while before I called my mom. I told her the news, and after a few moments of silence on the line, she replied, "Jenna, just be grateful." As I glanced back at this frame, I was reminded of all the memories I had made with Chip and how much I had to be grateful for. Chip was a great listener, a natural comforter, and a dependable companion for nearly 10 years. My mom then proceeded to tell me that maybe Chip had been waiting on me and wanted to see me just one more time before she left. While they say that animals don't have souls, I'm convinced that maybe she did. When I was 8 years old, I thought that I was saving Chip. But at 17, I realized she had done so much more of the saving. When life throws us a curveball, we tend to fixate so much on everything going wrong that we forget about everything going right. A life taken over by always wanting more instead of being grateful for what we have is a life incapable of experiencing peace. Peace is not circumstantial, but instead a choice. Peace is not the byproduct of any friendship, achievement, or situation. It is a daily decision. Colossians 3:15 says, "Let the peace that comes from Christ rule in your hearts. For as members of one body, you are called to live in peace and always be thankful." God designed peace and gratitude to be meticulously interwoven. One cannot exist without the other. When we reframe our perspective to be grateful instead of greedy, envious, or jealous, we choose peace. So listen to the advice from my mom, one of the smartest women I know, and just be grateful. Service follows gratitude naturally. My grandparents have served me and our team a lot this year. They baked lots of cookies for our team, washed my laundry during my time away from home, and I always leave their house with some sort of gift. One gift was these framed pictures that my papa made that hang in the living room in my house. all show scenes of cowboys driving cattle across an open pasture. This artwork reflects my family's life and values as ranchers. When I was 7 years old, I was an invincible little cowgirl. When it was time to saddle the horses, I couldn't carry the heavy saddle, but you best believe I was dragging the saddle pad with all my might. I couldn't crack a whip, so I swung the end of my reins, occasionally dropping them to imitate the other cowboys. Sometimes I'd even see how far I could spit off my horse to look cool like my dad. While moving a group of cows, I circled the edge of a wooded area by myself when suddenly my horse jumped and bucked me off. I laid stunned for a few seconds and then got up to my feet. While I was a mighty 7-year-old, I was also a short one, and I couldn't reach my foot into the stirrups to get back in the saddle. I was lost and scared. So I did what any 7-year-old would do, and I started calling out for help. After a while, it felt like the vultures had begun to circle above my head and my tongue had turned to sandpaper, although realistically, it had probably only been 15 minutes. After another failed attempt at trying to get back in the saddle, I looked to my left, and there was a man on a horse. As he came closer, I could tell that it wasn't my dad, but that it was Tony coming to my rescue. He chuckled at my circumstance, but then picked me up and put me back in the saddle. Once we got back to the herd, we just got back to work and didn't acknowledge Tony's heroic act. He didn't want any credit or recognition for saving me. He just did the right thing because it was right by me. The farmers in my life, like Tony, have taught me a lot about serving others selflessly. 365 days a year, the farmer serves people worldwide by feeding them, clothing them, and sheltering them. The farmer lives a humble, simple life, often modeled after the life of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Jesus came to this earth not to be served, but to serve us. In Matthew 6:27, Jesus says, "The greatest of you shall be a servant." Let that one sink in. When we live a life dedicated to serving others, there is no amount of anger, jealousy, or bitterness that can infiltrate our body because our cup overflows with love. Today, remember who has lifted you into your saddle and do the same for others. When we intentionally love and serve others, we choose peace. On that long white shell road, after carefully examining every atom of the ground beneath me, I finally found a shark tooth. This shark tooth, and I felt so complete. Today, standing here on this stage, I have found peace, and I feel complete. One of my greatest teachers, Miss Box, told me that literature was her favorite subject because books teach us how to be human. I have read a lot of good books in my time, but none have taught me to be human quite like the Word of God. God's Word reminds us that worries cannot add moments to our life. God's Word shows us that those who seek to live in peace will be blessed by Him. God's Word tells us that righteous living produces peace. God's Word states that peace is a gift that only He can give. If today you feel lost, uneasy, or restless, find hope in the peace that exists in Christ alone. Peace can exist in every season and in every circumstance as long as we allow God to exist in every corner of our lives. God's peace exceeds all our understanding. When we trust Him, praise Him, and serve others, we receive an everlasting peace. While we don't always get to choose the picture that is our life, do get to choose how we frame it. A beautiful frame can bring out the best in any image. The frame sets the tone for how we perceive what's inside. Today, I'm framing my life around the truth of the Word of God, and it is a good feeling. Thank you all for helping me find peace this year. It has been the ride of a lifetime to serve you. I hope that today you go out in joy and be led forth in peace. Papa Red, Chip, and Tony taught me that perspective changes everything. Always remember that you can reframe your perspective. Peace is a choice, and the choice is yours. Florida FFA, choose peace.
This year would not have been the same without you. Though we could have gone without your terrible driving skills, our team needs your authenticity, your lightheartedness, and your endless advice. I've never met someone who enjoys deep intellectual conversations more than you do, and someone who likes to talk as much as you do. I thank God every single day for our friendship, and I cannot wait to be your college roommate. Thank you for giving every part of you to Florida FFA this year. Thank you for showing us authenticity. And thank you for showing us what it means to truly find peace. It is said that a sweet friendship refreshes the soul. While we started as 7, now we end as 1. Some may call this chapter our end, but let today mark where a lifetime of friendship begins. Love Mackenzie, Spencer, Emma, Hunter, Makenleigh, and Kayelee. Florida FFA, your 2023-2024 State Secretary, Miss Jenna Larson. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Peace be still, peace be still. Say the word and I will set my feet upon the sea till I'm dancing in the deep. Peace be still, you are here, so it is well. Even when my eyes can't see, I will trust the voice that speaks. Jesus, let your peace come, Lord. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up,
armor and wood.
Well, I was thinking we could build something, like maybe a bench for our campfire.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, what would camp be without some carpentry?
Yeah, I'm thinking we can wrangle together the rest of the team backstage, make it a group effort.
Well, maybe we should just wait until after the session is over, since we do still have some more awards to give out.
Fine, I'll wait.
FFA members from across the state have competed alongside their teammates in a series of team leadership development events. Tonight, we get the distinct honor of recognizing some of our campers for working together and making it to the big stage.
I keep giving you the fire. I'm gonna heat it up under my control. Here's the night that you've been waiting on. Fire. I'm gonna light it up. Gotta make it hot.
Hey, Kayelee, you know something I love doing around the campfire?
Karaoke?
Well, you know I love some karaoke, but I was actually gonna say stargazing.
Really? I did not know that about you.
Really? I love the stars and constellations. I think they are absolutely beautiful.
I do agree with you, but while I'm camping, I like to drink some good old hot cocoa.
Well, how about you say we do both? We can drink some hot cocoa and do some stargazing while sitting around the campfire.
You know, before we do that, I think it's time that we meet the winners of the Agricultural Issues LDE.
In this contest, FFA members the Agricultural Issues LDE provides FFA members with an opportunity to develop research, critical thinking, public speaking, and teamwork skills, and expanding their knowledge on important agricultural topics, and also advocating for positive changes within their communities and beyond. It's time we meet the finalists for the Agricultural Issues LDE.
The top teams of the Agricultural Issues Leadership Development event are: in 4th place, Durant. In 3rd place, Lake Butler. In 2nd place, Dean Bozeman. And your state-winning team is the Santa Fe FFA chapter. Team members include Leela Seeley, Layla Paris, Alana Seals, Savannah Eckert, Taylor Batten, Taylor Trosper, and Bryle Kuhn.
Hey, Kayelee, you want to know something I absolutely love doing while sitting around the campfire?
You mentioned stargazing, right?
Yes, like I said earlier, I love the stars and constellations. I think they are absolutely beautiful.
Well, while I'm camping, I like to drink some good old hot cocoa.
So how about we do both? We can drink some hot cocoa and do some stargazing while sitting around the campfire.
That sounds perfect. We can do both of our favorite things at the same time. This next group of teams knows all about combining their two favorite events: opening and closing ceremonies and parliamentary procedure. Let's meet the final 4 teams in the Conduct of Chapter Meetings LDE.
Those teams placing in the top 4 of the Conduct of Chapter Meetings are: in 4th place, Trenton. In 3rd place, Barrington Middle. In 2nd place, Williston Jr. And your state-winning conduct of chapter meetings leadership development team is the Lafayette FFA chapter. Team members include Emerson Kirby, Levi Smith, Felix Hernandez, Mallory Mosley, Corinne Walker, Dallas Deadweiler, and Boone Riley.
Listen, Makenleigh and I both love to sleep in, but when we're at camp, you can find us up before the sun.
At Camp Florida FFA, it's important that we execute the camp wake-up traditions.
Like ringing the bell to wake up all the campers.
Or inviting the campers to partake in a morning flag raising.
Just like our camp wake-up traditions, historically, FFA meetings are called to order through opening and closing ceremonies.
In this LDE, middle schoolers perform and recite the official FFA opening and closing ceremonies to a panel of judges and answer follow-up questions. Tonight, we get the honor of recognizing our finalists for the opening and closing ceremonies teams. Please help me in welcoming them to the stage.
The top teams in the state opening and closing ceremonies leadership development event are: in fourth place, DeLand Middle. In third place, Dean Bozeman Middle. In second place, Lake Butler Middle. And your state champion opening and closing ceremonies team is the Lafayette Middle FFA chapter. Team members include Sandon Pridgeon, Anniston Bonafide, Kendall Beach, Keating Land, Whitney Mosley, Brock King, and Kenley Riley.
Kayelee! Oh, you go first.
Well, I was just gonna tell you about the little snack I brought for our campfire. You ready? You ready? You're gonna love it.
Ready.
Pickles.
Pickles. Seriously? That is not a good campfire snack, okay? I brought popcorn, the superior campfire snack.
Yeah, no, I disagree. Come on later, I think you should just give the pickles a try.
Not a chance.
Okay, well then fine. I guess we're just gonna have to disagree on our campfire snack.
Fine. Hey, you know who's really good at making decisions? Even decisions about campfire snacks?
Who?
Parliamentary procedure teams. In this contest, they use Robert's Rules of Order to reach an agreement on a wide variety of FFA and agricultural conversations. So I think that's a sign we leave the snack decision making up to these teams. Deal?
Deal.
Let's meet the Parliamentary Procedure Team finalists.
In the Parliamentary Procedure Leadership Development event, the middle school finalists are: in fourth place, Barrington Middle. In third place, South Sumter Middle. In second place, DeLand Middle. And your state champion middle school parliamentary procedure team is the Beulah Middle FFA chapter. Team members include Harrison Vernier, Henry Merritt, Arian Salvadora, Addison Pham, Jersey Tompkins, and Kinley Brook. The top teams in the high school parliamentary procedure leadership development event are: in fourth place, Strawberry Crest. In third place, Cottondale. In second place, Lake Butler. And your state champion parliamentary procedure team is the Lafayette FFA chapter. Team members include Trey Galbraith, Emily Thomas, Delaney Deadweiler, Alyssa Jones, Sydney Wimberly, and Wyatt Chandler. Congratulations to all of tonight's Leadership Development Event champions. We look forward to each of you representing us this fall at the 97th National FFA Convention and Expo.
You know, to be honest, Makenleigh, I wasn't really looking forward to camp. Thought it was gonna be hot and boring and too many mosquitoes, but this was a blast.
I know, right? We got to celebrate all of our campers' achievements based off of their respective areas, and we got to do it while enjoying the campfire.
We have no doubt that our campers will continue to represent Florida proudly at the National FFA Convention this fall.
This was a session to remember, filled with laughter, learning, and lasting memories. Tonight, we got to recognize our campers for all of their distinguished activities. During this 7th general session, we recognized our national winners, met the winners of the Agriscience Fair contest in both the individual and team leadership development events. And we heard the uplifting and motivating words of your State Secretary, Jenna Larson, as she delivered her retiring address. As this session ends, we're reminded that the future of these campers are full of boundless potential.
Let's make some noise for our 7th general session sponsor, the Mosaic Company.
FFA members, the future starts now. Starting today will allow us to cultivate a better tomorrow. Creating positive change starts with you. You have the power to act. You can set your goals into motion. You can take that first step. There is no better time than right now. Florida FFA, let's get started.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Here we go. I've been killing this game, so coming on. Competition so lame, man, pitiful. Everybody say they winning with a visual. Yeah, this is cold facts. Why I bounce back when I ride clean? That's a car facts. I don't do hate, I just do laps. I don't get tired, I just get stacks. Like wow, they look at me now. I'ma show them how. Take a bow. I'm on center stage. People scream and shout. You the man, dog. I'm just saying, dog. Ain't nobody do it like you do it. You ain't playing, dog. You ain't seen nothing yet. 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 You ain't seen nothing yet.
time, this is our time. Yeah, hey, I ain't gotta lie, man. Been working too hard, too hype, man. Been getting this bread like Tyson. Been knocking people out like why, man? Cause it's time, man. I'm a new breed. You ain't even gotta tempt me. I'ma hit him with a left knee, then take off in a Bentley. Like nobody even saw me. Boy, I'm Raji. They look at me now. I'ma show them how. Take a bow. I'm on center stage. People scream and shout. You the man, dog. I'm just saying, dog. Ain't nobody do it like you do it. You ain't playing, dog. You ain't seen nothing yet. Time, this is our time. Yeah, hey. This is our time, this is our time. Yeah, here we go. This is our time, this is our time. Yeah, here we go. This is our time, this is our time. Yeah, hey. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is our time, this is our time. You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah. This is our time, this is our time. You ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, yeah. You ain't seen none. You ain't seen none. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen none. You ain't seen none. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is our time, this is our time. You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah. This is our time, this is our time. Yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
Yes, Madam President, I do. Proficiency and Star Award finalists and winners can pick up their award checks from convention registration. Also, don't forget about the mega party tonight. Be sure to get your tickets at the registration counter. That is all, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this session? We are about to adjourn the 7th General Session of the 96th Florida FFA State Convention and Expo. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.
FFA members, please be sure to check under your seats for any belongings or trash. We have to clean everything out of here for tonight's mega party. Please give us a hand. Make sure you get everything out from under your seats. On that note, we need to ask everyone to please exit as quickly as possible. We do have to clear all the chairs for tonight.